Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you here to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch, the 1977 One and Gone tournament. This is game number 14. I was hoping to play this yesterday, but some other things had to occur, so I couldn't get to the game, but we'll play it today. It's the number 18 California Angels at 74 and 99, taking on the number 12 74 and 88. Taking on the number 12 Philadelphia Phillies at 101 and 61 here at Veterans Stadium. Pretty much the worst stadium in baseball, maybe the third worst stadium in baseball history. The only other two making bad would be the Tropicana Field for the Rays and Oakland Coliseum, the new Oakland Coliseum, of course, for Oakland, as the original Oakland Coliseum really wasn't too bad. But Veterans Stadium, nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. You got to love it. The California Angels got here via an upset as they defeated the San Francisco Giants. You can take a look at the bracket here. As California beat San Francisco in the first round, and now moving on to the second round, they take on the Phillies. The Phillies were 101 and 61. They are the number 2 seed in this tournament, and trust me, they are worthy of that. That was a heck of a team in 1977. They, of course, won the National League East and played the Dodgers. This was a great baseball team. I think the Angels are gonna have their work cut out for them, although they have a very good pitcher on the mound. It will be Frank Tanana versus lefty Steve Carlton. 2 lefties going at it. This is gonna be a good matchup, I think. For those of you, of course, that were watching my payoff pitch game last night, I posted the results of the game in the comments, so please check it. Unfortunately, I was unable to complete the game online due to a power outage with Tropical Storm Eta that breezed through down here in South Florida. We are okay, no problems, no damage, just a lot of flooding in some areas down here. Starting pitcher for the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies will be Steve Carlton. He was 23 and 10 with a 2.64 ERA. As I said, I think he's going to give the Angels fits in this matchup. Should be a fun game to play. I'm looking forward to getting this one in, and let's jump right into it, shall we? So let's play. Top of the first inning. I'll introduce the players as they come to the plate. Leading off for the Angels, second baseman Jerry Remy. And this game is underway. 2-1 on Carlton is a strikeout chance, 7-2 high. A 3-3 on Remy is a ground out to first. Next batter, shortstop Rance Mullinix. Carlton 2-2, possible home run check against the lefty, though. That is a one question mark. That is a 1. The 4 is going to be too high, so there's no homer. Mullinix will swing, though, 2-2, and he singles past the first baseman for a hit. Mullinix will go to first. Infield goes halfway, and the batter will be right fielder Bobby Bonds. Anything on the strap? And that is a 6, nothing happening. Carlton will pitch. 3-1, that is a blank. Bonds, 4-1, that's a fly out to center. 2 down. Infield now goes back to normal. And now we will see the first baseman, Don Baylor. He is at first base for this game, as I put him at first base. The lineups are pretty much done by Baseball Reference, but I actually chose the top batters and the top batters by most at bats for these teams. 4-2 for Carlton. That is a walk plus 10. And Don Baylor makes that a 23 with a 13 on the die. He will walk Baylor. So Carlton a little bit of a jam now with runners at first and second. And here is left fielder Joe Rudy, pretty much an underrated player. Rudy was actually pretty good. Rudy was a good player. Anything on Strat? That is an 11, nothing. Lefty pitches 4-1. That's an error grounder. Rudy 1-3, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Luzinski will get that one, and that will end the inning as there's no error. So no runs and a hit for the Halos. They strand a couple of base runners, something you really don't want to do against this Phillies team. You want to get as many runs as possible. Bottom of the first, Starting pitcher for the 1977 California Angels is Frank Tanana. 15-9, a 2.54 ERA. This guy had a heck of a year for the Angels that season. Of course, Nolan Ryan was the pitcher for the Angels in Game 1, and now you go to Tanana. So, as I said, this is a good pitching matchup between Tanana and Carlton. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Phils, center fielder Gary Maddox. 4-5, strikeout chance at 19 too high. And that is a 3-4 on Maddox, and that's a ground out to second. Veteran Stadium only adds 1 to the walk ratings. That's about it. Nothing from strikeout or home runs. And they gave up 164 homers. You would think they maybe would add a few homers, but it's a pretty with five home run sections on the matrix for Veteran Stadium. I'd say it's a bit of a hitter's park. Here is shortstop Larry Boa. 1-4, Tanana strikeout chance, 11 too high. Boa, 4-6, ground out to first. And now it brings up this guy. Third baseman Michael Jack Schmidt. Well, la-ti-da. Michael Jack Schmidt. He belted 38 blasts in 77. 6-3 on Tanana's card, strikeout chance, and an 8 is going to get him. Struck him out. And a 1-2-3 inning on the Phils. No score at the end of 1. Top of the second coming up. Lefty takes the mound. And leading off for the Halos, catcher Terry Humphrey. Carlton's pitch, 6-4, strikeout chance, 22 high. Humphrey, 3-5, that's a fly ball to left. Next up, third baseman Dave Chalk. 5-4 on Carlton's card, strikeout chance, 15 too high. 1-5, and against the lefty, that's going to be a double into center field. Chalk will go to second base. Next batter is the center fielder Gil Flores. Anything on Strat? That is a 9. Let's see, nothing from Chalk and nothing on Flores. Carlton's pitch, 6-1, strikeout chance, 7, and against a lefty will get him. Struck him out. 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Frank Tanana. He uses hitting card number 1, which pretty means the only way he can get a hit, or the only way he can get on base, will be a walk or a range play hit. Tanana, of course, will hit away. And that is a 3, and there's nothing I can see here. Dave Chalk, 2 + 1 is a 3. That is a steal chance. Divided by 2 would be a 1.5. No, nothing going on. Down to 1 to try to steal third. Carlton, 5-6, and that is a strikeout chance, and he'll get Tanana out easily, and the inning is over. Angels, no runs. They do get another hit. I'm thinking of maybe creating another American League pitcher hitting card specifically for this to give the pitcher a bit of a chance to get a hit. But since I have to go by 77 stats, and of course, American League pitchers had absolutely no stats at all, it kind of makes it difficult to do that. Tanana will take over here, bottom of the second inning. Who leads off? That would be left fielder Greg Luzinski for the Fightin' Phils. Tanana, 2-1, possible hit by pitch, and a 3 + 10 is a 13, and he plunks him. Luzinski will trot down to first as he is hit by the pitch. Next batter, first baseman Richie Hebner. Played for the Mets at one point. Infield halfway. Anything on the strat roll? A 1. Luzinski, nope, a 0 there. Tanana makes that 1 - 1 is a 0, so then Luzinski is not going to steal. He had a few stolen bases, but probably because of hit and runs. Tanana will pitch. That's a 1-4. Strikeout chance 11 will not get him. Hebner will swing. 3-3 fly out to right. One man down. Next up, right fielder Bake McBride. Another great baseball name. Bake McBride. Gotta love a guy by the name of Bake. I cannot love a guy named Bake. Nothing on a strat roll. Tanana will pitch. 6-run. That is a home run chance. That is a home run chance, but McBride's 12 is a 12, but no adjustment. That's a 14. McBride does not hit the home run, but he does get the swing. That is a 3-1. Star line 2, and that's a fly out to right. So McBride hits one deep, but not deep enough. 2 down. And now the catcher, Bob Boone. Luzinski still on at first. Anything on a strat? A 4. Nothing happening. Tanana, 6-5. That is a possible error. Boone, 1-2. Fly ball to left field, and that's not going to be an error no matter what. The ball is hit to Rudy. His error rating is a 0, but even if he did have an error rating, that is a 2. And on a fly ball, the only way an error can occur on a fly out is if that number, if the number on the D20 is at least an odd number, and it's not. So that's just going to be a fly out to left. And after hitting the batter, Philadelphia gets nothing. As right now, these pitchers are still sizing each other up to see who moves on. At the end of 2, still no score. Top of the 3rd coming up. Jerry Remy leads off for the Angels. Carlton, 5-2, double star. That is a double star, and that is going to be a fly out to left. Rance Mullenix. 1-4 on Carlton. Range play at the ballpark. Veteran Stadium, 1-5. That is a hit column to the left. That's a hit to left, possible hit to left field. That is a 17, and it goes higher than 16. So it's going to be now, but it's a range play. So the ball is hit to left field, and that is Luzinski. His range is a 1. And he will not make the play, and that turns into a double. Mullenix has his 2nd hit of the game as he hits it where Luzinski was not, and that is a double for Mullenix. He will go to 2nd on a range play. Next batter is Bobby Bonds. Infield will stay normal. Anything on the strat? A 5. Nothing happening. Veteran Stadium, one of the worst baseball stadiums ever. Multi-purpose concrete bowl with pretty much turf-covered concrete. Football players said it was still like landing on cement every time they played in that stadium. Carlton's pitch, 5-5 against a righty. That's a double star, and that will be a ground ball to 3rd base. That's a ground out to 3rd. Mullenix. His base running rating is a 3, and he has to be at least a 6 for him to advance. It is not, so he stays at 2nd for 2 outs. And now we got Don Baylor. 1-5 on Carlton's card against a righty. That's a home run. That's a possible home run check. That's a possible home run check. And against the lefty, Baylor has a 9. That's a 7. And Don Baylor just smacked a 2-run jack off a lefty. Two-run homer for Don Baylor as he smacks one off a lefty. And that was just a bad pitch. When you get a check like that, that is a bad pitch by Carlton. He didn't have many of them, but that one he left right over the plate, and Don Baylor turned. He threw him a meatball. He threw him a meatball over the plate, and he turned that into chopped beef. And it is now 2-0 Angels. And here's Joe Rudy. Stadium groans. Carlton will pitch. 2-5. That's a possible error. 2-1. That's a fly ball to center field. The center fielder is Gary Maddox. His error rating is a 4. That's a 5. He won't make the error. He will make the catch instead of an error, and that ends the inning. 2 runs for California on 2 hits. A home run by Don Baylor. We go to the bottom of the third. Halos leading the Phils 2-0 so far. Leading off for the Fightin' Phils, second baseman Ted Sizemore. Tanana, 5-4. Strikeout chance, 15 too high. Sizemore, 5-4, and that's going to be a single into left field. Base hit. First hit of the game for the Phillies, actually. That brings up the pitcher, Steve Carlton. He could hit. He's batting .268. He can hit the ball. Let's see what the strat roll says. That's a 14. He can bunt if he wishes to. Infield is halfway. He could bunt. But Carlton can hit the ball. Doesn't have much of a double play rating either. He could bunt. Let's see. Do we do the bunt or do I have him hit away? The runner at set. You're down by 2 runs. I think a bunt doesn't really matter. I think you let Carlton hit away. They're going to hit away instead. Tanana will pitch. That's a 2-5. That's a strikeout chance, and he'll get Carlton on that. Carlton whiffs, and that's 1 out. Top of the order for the Fightin' Phils, Maddox. Anything on Strat? That's a 1. Sizemore. You got a chance of stealing bases, 8. -3 is a 5. No, I'm not. No, Sizemore will not steal. And we'll call the steal off, and Tanana will pitch. 1-3, strikeout chance, 18 too high. Maddox, 2-6, double star 1. That's a fly out to center field for the second out. 2 men down. Infield goes back to normal. And now here is Larry Boa. Anything on the strat? It is a 15. Boa is not doing it. Boa will hit away. Tanana, 1-4, strikeout chance 3, and that will get him. And Boa strikes out. No runs for the Phillies. They do get a hit at the end of 3. The Angels lead this game 2-0. Someone just joined me. Forever Maine 90 joins me here at Veterans Stadium. Welcome, sir. I'm sorry about last night. If you were catching my game between the Red Sox and the Royals, the Tropical Storm Eta pretty much knocked out the power and kept on knocking it in and out. And I said, forget it. I'm not going to be able to complete the stream. So I finished the game off. The Red Sox won the game 5-2 last night. I actually did post in the comments of that game of the final innings. Mike Easler hit another home run to win the game for the Red Sox in the top of the 9th inning. So unfortunately, I wasn't able. I actually deleted the part 2. I deleted that and just posted the comment in the main game. And stayed because the power just kept on going in and out because of the tropical storm. So I said, forget it. I'll complete the game offline, and I did. So it goes as a completed game, but incomplete, I guess. But the Red Sox won the game. So that's how I just finished that out. So we're back. We're now back. The storm has pretty much moved off. I got a lot of wind here right now still, but no rain. So now you're here at Veterans Stadium, one of the worst stadiums in baseball history. Carlton takes the mound here, top of the 4th inning. Who leads off for the Angels? Oh, Terry Humphrey does. Solo shot by a 2-run jack by Don Baylor is the difference in this game so far. Carlton 3-4. That's a walk plus 10, which turns Humphrey into a 25 walk, and he will trot the first. And so far, I'm a little disappointed in Carlton. I expected a little better out of him. Here is Dave Chalk. 3-2. Let's see. 5. Anything on strat? That's a 5. Nothing happening. 5-2 was the final score last night. 5-2. 1-4 in Carlton. That's a range play at the ballpark. Veterans Stadium 4-4. And that is a blank, and we got a rare play. So let's see what happens. Another exciting rare play. Gotta love them. Reroll, and that is a 1-2. If less than 2 out, grounder to second base, who flips to shortstop for the pivot. but he is upended by the base runner. Check for injury to shortstop. Check for injury to shortstop. The injury is that is for the Phillies. I believe that's Boa. Yeah, that's Boa. Boa is the shortstop. His injury rating is a 1. And there is less than 2 out. So if less than 2 out, grounder to second base, flips the shortstop for the pivot, but he is upended by the base runner. Check for injury to shortstop. Okay, so unfortunately, that doesn't tell me everything, but all right. So first we got to see if there. So I guess it's a grounder to second. So at first I got to see if it's a grounder to second. So double play rating 3. Carlton +1 is a 4. The infield, of course, would automatically be halfway. So that is a 5. Boa's pivot is a +1. That's a 6. So it's going to be a one that's it's a double play. It's a double play automatic because a 6 will get both the runners. So it is a double play. I'm going to read it as it is a double play, grounder to second. So it's a double play, 2 outs, and now I got to see if Boa is hurt, and his error rating and his injury rating is a 1. So let's see what we got here, and he is a 3, and he is going to be out for the game. So the Philadelphia Phillies just lost Larry Boa for the rest of the game, which hurts. So he will be gone, and they lose his range and his error rating. So that was a costly double play. So we will see another shortstop, and that's going to be Terry Harmon, who will take over at short. Good range, but a lousy error rating, 20. So any error chances against the shortstop, Terry Harmon, is not going to go good for the Phillies. But there are 2 outs. And let's see. So I ground that. So that was a 4-6-3. And the batter now is Gil Flores with 2 outs now. Carlton's pitch, 2-3. That is a strikeout chance. And against the 9, against the lefty, he gets him. Flores is out. Struck him out there, and that will end the inning. Nothing for the Angels. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 Halos. Tanana off to a pretty good start. Here is the Michael Jack Schmidt. Top 5, in my opinion, I still say top 5 third baseman in baseball history. 6-4 on Tanana's card. Strikeout chance. 9 will get him. And Schmidt strikes out for the 2nd time in this game. Here is Greg Luzinski. Steeler fan 1933 joins me at Veterans Stadium. 3-4, that's a double star 5. That's a ground out to short. And now Richie Hebner. Tanana, 4-1. Strikeout chance 2, and that'll get him. Tanana pitching a gem so far. Nothing across for the Phillies. It's still 2-0 Angels over the Phils. Are the Angels on their way to upsetting the number 2 team in this tournament? You can check out the comments in my game last night on Payoff Pitch there, Steeler fan. I wasn't able to complete it online because of the tropical storm here. But the Red Sox won that game 5-2 last night over the Royals. Top of the 5th, and leading off is the pitcher, Frank Tanana. Carlton's pitch is I'm going to say that's a 6-4. 6-4 strikeout chance, and he'll get him. Tanana really doesn't know how to hit because he is an American League pitcher at a National League ballpark. 1 man down here is Jerry Remy. 4-4 for Carlton. That's a strikeout chance. 19 too high. Remy, 3-3, ground out to first. 2 down. And now Rance Mullinix. 6-2 on Carlton's card. Strikeout chance. That's an 8. That's going to be a little too high. No adjustment from the vet. It's a 7, so it's too high. Mullinix gets to swing. That is a 1-2, and that's going to be a single past second base for a base hit. Mullinix has his 3rd hit of the game. He is 3 for 3. And now Bobby Bonds. Carlton having issues getting out Mullenix. Any lingering effects from the storm? Just a lot of flooding down here in South Florida. None near me, but a lot of areas in Broward and Dade all got flooded out. It's a little wet down here. We have no rain now. It's kind of sunny, but still a little windy. The storm has moved off into the Gulf. It's predicted to come back over Florida, but North Florida. So we might still see some more from that, but it won't be as bad as last night was. And actually, one of the reasons why I was actually I was a little apprehensive last night. I heard a freight train last night. And of course, you all know that's how tornadoes sound. They sound like a freight train. Yeah, we're fine. My and my mom are good, all right. But I heard a freight train last night, and that's what tornadoes sound like. They sound like freight trains, and there is train tracks, but they are too far away for me to hear it. So I have a funny feeling there was a tornado near the area enough where I could hear it because I heard a freight train. If there was, I don't see any damage on my house, so I'm okay. 2 outs. Bobby Bonds, the batter. Let's see anything on Strat. And a 6. Nothing happening. Carlton will pitch. 4-1. Possible error on a grounder. 1-5 on Bonds. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Hebner. His error rating is a 6. That's a 7. Hebner will not make an error. He will throw to Carlton, who's covering the bag, and the inning is over. The Angels do get a hit, but they still lead it 2-0. And kind of a game I kind of expected between Tanana and Carlton. 2 very good pitchers, had very good seasons that year. Bottom of the 5th. The Phillies better start getting on base. Here is Bake McBride. I love that name. Bake McBride. Another good baseball name. Tanana, 1-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. 2-4, and that's a line out to third. Line drive, hit right to third for out number 1. Here is Bob Boone. Tanana. 6-6. That's a home run check, but an 18 is going to be too high on both lefty and right. Boone will swing a 1-4 and a fly out to left. 2 outs. And here is Ted Sizemore. Tanana, 5-2. It's a walk plus 10. That becomes a 20, and he will walk Sizemore. Sizemore will be on base for the second time today, and now Steve Carlton gets a chance to hit. Anything on Strat? That is a 10. Nothing happening. Carlton will hit away. Carlton could hit. He batted .268, and he had 3 home runs in 1977. He could hit the ball. Tanana, 3-6. That's a strikeout chance, and an 8 will get him. Strikes out Carlton, and that ends the inning. At the end of 5, still 2-0 Angels. Hope to do some more exciting action. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the California Angels tonight on Payoff Pitch. And I'm going to try to get my front 9 of History Maker Golf in today. The front 9 of the Junkanoo Invitational. I guess if I can get that in. Top of the 6th inning, 2-0. Carlton will come out to bat, and here is Don Baylor. He hit a 2-run jack his last time up. Carlton, 1-5. That is against a righty. That's another home run check, but this time the 20 is going to be too high. So that's a blank. That's a 5-1, but Baylor still gets a nice rip at it, and he smacks a double to left. Angels get a leadoff man at second base, a double by Baylor. And here is Joe Rudy. Anything on Strat? An 8. Let's see. Don Baylor, 5 + 1 is a 6. Then you make it 8. It's a possible hit and run, but not with a runner on second base. So Rudy will swing away. The infield is still normal. But yes, everything's okay, guys. Everything's fine. Carlton with the pitch. 4-6. That is a question. That's a double question mark. Rudy is a righty, and that's an 11. That's going to be a blank on a 1-2. That's an 11. Rudy blanks it. Rudy will swing 2-4, and that's a ground ball to first base. That's a ground out, so Rudy is out, but Baylor does move to third, so now a sacrifice fly is a possibility with one man out. And the batter is Terry Humphrey, and the Phillies are going to call the infield in. They can't allow any more runs to score the way that Frank Tanana is pitching. So Carlton will pitch to Humphrey. See if anything on Strat. 17. Humphrey could attempt a squeeze bunt if I want him to. Do I have him attempt a squeeze? Baylor's base running rating is a 3. Humphrey's a good bunter. Humphrey bats 227 also. I'm going to try a squeeze. I'm going to put the squeeze on. We're going to attempt the squeeze. It's on there, and we're going to try it. So let's see what happens. We are going to try a squeeze bunt. So I get the squeeze bunt chart. We're going to try a squeeze. Squeeze bunt works the same way. So here we go. Squeeze bunt. We're going to attempt it. Infield is in. So the bunt rating does come down a little. The bunt rating does come down a little bit. It makes his bunt rating a 3, actually. Actually, with the bunt rating of a 3, does he get... no, actually, the bunt would not be available if it runs his base run. If the infield is in, bunt rating is a 3. No, you know what? I'm going to disregard that, and I'm going to say I'm going to call it off and let Humphrey bat. Humphrey will hit. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. 2-0 Angels. Infield is still in, though. Carlton, 6-5. Possible error on a throw. Humphrey, 5-2. That's a base. That's going to be a single past the third baseman. And is that a throwing error? It's hit to Schmidt. His error rating is an 8. And yes, that's going to be a throwing error on Michael Schmidt. So Baylor will come in to score. It is a throwing error. And the question is, and he throws, and that is a base hit. So on a throwing error, even with the infield in, and let's see what we got here. Infield single with 1 extra base advancement on bad throw. So yeah, so that means that Humphrey advances to second on an infield hit as Michael Jack Schmidt tried to rush the throw. It's going to be 3-0 Angels. That is an error. It's a single and an error for Humphrey. So he gets a base hit. That is an E5. First error on the Phillies. 3-0 Phils. And still 1 out. The batter is Dave Chalk. Infield goes back to normal. Chalk is 1 for 2. Anything on Strat? A 10. Nothing happening. Carlton, 3-5. Strikeout chance, 19 too high. Chalk, 1-2. And against the lefty, that's a single past third base. That's a base hit. Humphrey's base running rating is a 1. In order for him to get to home, he's got to have a 5. He does not. So Humphrey will hold at third base. But Chalk is there with a base hit. And now Gil Flores will come up to bat. And now the infield is going to go halfway and take advantage of Flores' double play rating. But the Angels now are in a real good chance to blow this game open. Still 1 out. Carlton in a little bit of trouble. Angels leading 3-0 over the Phillies. Anything on Strat? A 1. Let's see. Humphrey's not going to steal, but Chalk has that ability. Let's see. Does he steal? 12. Stolen base rating of 12. Plus 3 from Carlton's a 15. Boone is a 0. 1 to 15 for Chalk to steal second base. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Yes, we're going to do that. Dave Chalk's going to try to steal second. It's a 7, and he does, and that takes the double play away. Now the infield will go back to in. Dave Chalk steals second base. Here's Flores. Runners at second and third. Still one out. Infield in on the Phillies. Carlton not looking good today. Anything on Strat again. And that is a 10. No. Carlton will pitch. 4-6. That's a question mark, but the 13 is going to be too high for either one, so it's a blank. Flores will hit 5-1. That's a ground ball right back to Carlton. That's a grounder back to Carlton. Humphrey, runners at second and third, and you got one out. Humphrey's going to come in. It's a ground ball back to Carlton. So here's what we got. So Carlton, so Humphrey is going to try. Humphrey's coming in, because I'm going to say he's got, with runners at second and third, he's going to come in. Carlton, infield in. So basically, Carlton's going to throw home, and that's going to automatically get Humphrey out with a base running rating of 1. With a base running rating of 1, and Carlton infield in, he's going to make the play. So Humphrey is going to be out, and the runners will advance. There's no double play because there's no force out, but there are 2 outs. But Humphrey's thrown out at the plate. Because Humphrey's base running rating is a 1, and you take away and just subtract 2 with the infield in, and Carlton is automatically in, even with the infield in. So he definitely goes ahead and gets out, definitely gets him out. But there are 2 outs now, but the runners advance. So Flores, that is a grounder to the pitcher. He is out. He moves. And now the batter is Frank Tanana. And Tanana pitching very well. He will stay in the game. Trevor Main, how do you solve your sac fly again on PLP? I'll get to that in a moment. Anything on Strat? A 15. Nothing happening. Carlton will pitch. 5-6. Strikeout chance, and he'll get Tanana. And that will end the inning. Angels pick up 1 run on 3 hits and an error. And they now lead it 3-0 here going into the bottom of the 6th. So how do you solve your sac fly again on POP, Robert? Optional sac fly charts, basic rules. I don't like the optional sac fly chart. I don't use ID gestures charts except in one occasion where on a sacrifice fly, if it's a tough pitch, if there's a runner on third and it's a tough pitch, okay, all runners hold. It's a good pitch by the pitcher, and it's a short, shallow fly ball. All runners hold. Wheelhouse, runner on third automatically scores. Patient, I run the patient rule. I do run the patient rule. The patient rule says that the batter, they have a coach's choice chart to go ahead and send them through. In play, I've decided to allow in play works as like a patient if the dice roll is equal to or under the runner on third's running rating, base running rating. That's how I'm going to run in play. So it works like a patient, but because on a patient you can just make the choice. On an in play, the dice have to be under the base runner's rating, equal to or under the base runner's rating. That's what I do for sacrifice flies now. As far as double plays and things and grounders, I think I had it where if the dice roll was over both the double play rating of the pitcher and the batter, the runner on first makes it to second. If it's one or the other, it's a fielder's choice. And of course, if it's under both, it's a double play, obviously. I'm still testing that out. I might just go back to the original way Joe Bryan has it. Remember, Joe Bryan says pretty simple, play the game the way you want. It really is not going to it's really not going to hurt the realism. Bottom of the 6th inning, Angels leading 3-0. Frank Tanana pitching a gem. And here is Gary Maddox leading off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th. Tanana, 6-4. Strikeout chance, 16 too high. Maddox, 1-4. That's a possible hit to center field against the lefty. That is a 10, and that's going to be a triple for Gary Maddox. Leadoff triple. Good start for the Phils. That will bring up the shortstop, Terry Harmon, who came in for the injured Larry Boa. Infield is going to be normal by the Angels. See if anything on Strat. That is a 13. Does not fall into Harmon's bunt category, so Harmon will hit away. Tanana, 2-3. 2-3, that's a strikeout chance. 17 too high. Harmon, 6-3. That's a fly ball to center field. Fly out to center field. Harmon's sacrifice fly rating is a 3. And Maddox will score. So Harmon hits it deep enough to score Gary Maddox. 1 out, but the Phillies are finally on the board. It's 3-1. And now Michael Jack Schmidt, who made a big error in the 6th inning. See if he can make up for it. Tanana, 1-6. Range play at the ballpark. Veterans Stadium, 1-2. Grounded at the cat, right at the plate. Remy's range is a 3. He's not going to make the play. That's going to be a base hit. Schmidt will make it to first base. Single for Schmidt. Schmidt on at first. The batter now is Greg Luzinski. I'm sorry, no, that's Humphrey. I'm sorry, Humphrey's the catcher for California. What I'm thinking, Jerry Remy. No, Humphrey's the catcher for California. His range is a 1. He didn't make it anyway. Schmidt, that is a 9. Nothing happening on Strat. Infield, of course, is half. Tanana, 1-6. That's a range play at the ballpark again. Veteran Stadium, 1-1. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Baylor. His range is a 3. He will make the play. Actually, it's a 2 because of the infield in. It ranges a 2, but he does make the play anyway. Now, double play rating, 4. -1 is a 3, and the shortstop is the pivot man, which is Mullenix. He has no rating. So a 1-3, they turn 2. They do not. Schmidt's base running rating is a 2 because of the infield halfway. So Schmidt is out at second. Luzinski's safe at first, but there are 2 outs. Fielder's choice. And now the batter is Richie Hebner. Infield normal. Anything on the Strat. That is a 9. Nothing happening. Tanana, 5-4. Strikeout chance. 7 will get him. Strikes out Hebner for the 2nd time. And that will do it. 1 run comes in for the Fightin' Phils on a couple of hits. At the end of 6, the Angels lead the Phillies 3-1. Top of the 7th coming up. Carlton will pitch to Jerry Remy. Here's the pitch from lefty. 1-2 range play. Remy, 6-3 single back to Carlton. Carlton's range, single pitcher, S1. Carlton's range is a 2. Does he make the play? That's a 3, and the answer is no, he does not. He does not. That's going to be a base hit. Carlton just got by Carlton into center field. Remy is on it first. And that's Remy's first hit of the game. Here is Mullenix, who Carlton hasn't gotten out yet. He's 3 for 3. Anything on Strat? A 15. Nothing happening. Mullenix will hit away. Infield halfway. Carlton, 6-1. Strikeout chance. 4 will get him. And he finally gets Mullenix out. Here is Bobby Bonds. Bobby Bonds smacked 37 homers in 77 for the Halos. Thing on Strat. That is a 15. Nothing happening. Carlton, 3-6. That's a blank. Bonds, 5-5. Single past third base. That is a base hit. Remy is not going to get to third. He will hold at second. Needs a 5 in order to get to third base. That's the first hit of the game for Bonds. And now a chance for Don Baylor. He is 2 for 3. Actually, I'm sorry, he's 2 for 2. A home run and a double. He walked in his first time at bat. Infield still halfway. This is a big at bat now coming up for Carlton. Phillies down 3-1. Let's see what the strat rule says. A 7. Remy. Well, let's see. Well, a 7 divided by 2 is a 3.5. Is a 3. So nothing happening there. So nope, nothing happening there. Carlton will pitch to Baylor. That is a 5-4 strikeout chance, and a 4 will get him. He strikes out Baylor. Big K by lefty. He had 198 of them in 77. Now a chance for Joe Rudy. Strat roll says a 6. Nothing happening. Infield goes back to normal. Rudy the batter. Underrated player, I felt. Joe Rudy actually was not a bad player. I really thought he was a good player. Carlton's pitch, 5-3. That's at the ballpark. Veteran Stadium, 1-1. Ground ball to first base, and that will end it. No runs for the Angels. They do get a couple of hits. 7th inning stretch. 3-1 Halos. As California looking to pull off the upset on the number 2 team in the tournament, Philadelphia Phillies. Frank Tanana will take over at the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is Bake McBride. Tanana, 5-1. That's a blank against the left. McBride, 3-6. Grounder right back to Tanana. He makes the play. Out number 1. The batter now is Boone. Tanana, 4-6. Strikeout chance, 16 too high. Boone, 6-4. And that is a double. That's a double star 5, and that's going to be a ground out too short. And now Ted Sizemore. Tanana, 2-4. Against the righty, that's a blank. Sizemore, 3-4. Ground ball right back to Tanana. He makes 2 plays in this inning. Throws to first, and the inning is over. Frank Tanana did have a range of 5. He was a very good fielder. Very good fielder. 3 straight, 3 up and 3 down. Still 3-1 Angels. Could California pull off the upset here? Top of the 8th coming up. Here's Steve Carlton. This is probably going to be his last inning. He's due to bat first in the bottom of the 8th. And Terry Humphrey leads off for the Angels. Carlton, 5-1. Possible hit by pitch. That's a 9. -2 is a 7. Humphrey kind of squeaks out the way. Does not get hit. Humphrey will bat. 6-4, and he grounds out to second. Wait a minute. Timeout. What are we on? Top of the 8th inning? You know what? My bad. Humphrey is not the pitcher. Not the batter. I am so sorry. Did I make a mistake here? No, Humphrey is the batter. Give me a moment. Timeout. I got to clean up. That's not it. G1, G6, G1. I wrote all of the things in the wrong column. My bad. Humphrey is the batter. And that was what, a 6-4, and he did ground out. So, yes. Humphrey was the batter. He is out. So, a G4, he's out of there. So, yes, he is the batter. I had my scorecard was messed up. So, now the batter is Dave Chalk with 1 out. Sometimes you get confused with the scorecard and the way I got my card set up. Carlton will pitch. 4-5. That's a blank. Chalk, 5-1. Single, center field. Chalk goes to first. Base hit. The batter now is Gil Flores. Am I still rolling strat? Yes, I am. That is an 18. Flores could do a bunt here with 1 out. And you got Tanana batting next. I really don't want to take Tanana out of the game yet. I might have to use Tanana to bunt. Flores is going to hit. He also bats 278, so there's no need to, I think. Carlton will pitch. 6-4, strikeout chance, 8, and that will get Flores. 2 outs. And the batter now is Frank Tanana. Frank Tanana, how many batters did he face? 31, 7, 8, 9, 31. Frank Tanana is the batter with a runner on first base and 2 outs. Tanana's pitching a gem. I'll keep him in there. I'm going to let him hit, although he's not going to get one, but anything on strat? And that's going to be a 5. Chalk's attempt rating is a 3, and there's no hit and run. So Carlton will pitch. 2-2. Possible home run check. There is none. A home run question mark against the lefty, Tanana against the lefty. That would be a 1 chance, a 19 too high. So Tanana absolutely not hitting any home runs. He does roll a 5-6, and that's a ground out, and that is a ground out to short, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Angels. They still lead 3-1. As we go to the bottom of the 8th. Frank Tanana will pitch. Steve Carlton is the leadoff batter, and he is going to come out as the Phillies are down by 2 runs, and now you need some hitters. So out comes Carlton. Let's see who the Phillies want to bring in to bat. And they're going to probably bring in a righty, I'm pretty sure. And it will be Davey Johnson, future Mets manager. Davey Johnson will go up against Frank Tanana in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see if Tanana can get this game through. Tanana's pitch, 5-6. That is a question mark against a righty, a 1-16. A 20 is going to be too high. Sue a dice will re-roll. Johnson, 1-1. That is a double star 4. He grounds out to third. 1 man out. Top of the order for the Phils, here's Gary Maddox. Tanana's pitch, 1-4, strikeout chance. 4 is going to get him. Strikes out Maddox, who tripled the last time up. 2 outs now for Terry Harmon, the backup shortstop, because Boa was injured. He was only injured for the game, so if the Phillies come back in this game, he will be available for the next one. Tanana's pitch, but it doesn't look too good right now. 2-5, strikeout chance, 8. Harmon's gone. Strikes out Harmon. And the inning is over. Tanana, how many strikeouts he's got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tanana's got 8 strikeouts in this game, and he had 205 and 77. Strikes out Harmon. The Phillies are right, and the Angels are 3 outs away from eliminating the number 2 seed. 3-1 Halos. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and it's the top of the order for the Angels and Jerry Remy. 2 lefts and a rights. I think the Phils are bringing a lefty. And they're going to bring in Tug McGraw. He's the closer, but they're going to bring him in here to try to keep it a 3-1 game. So here is Tug. Angels leading the Phillies 3-1. Top of the 9th. Frank Tanana is out-dueling Steve Carlton. McGraw's pitch. 3-4. Possible error on a throw. Remy, 3-3. Ground ball to first base. That is Hebner. His error rating is a 6. That's a 19. He will make the play. He'll pitch it off to Tug. He'll throw it to McGraw to get the out. 1 down. So that was a ground out. And here is Rance Mullenix. He is 3 for 4 today. McGraw's pitch, 6-5. That's at the ballpark. Mullenix, 5-4. And that is a possible 5-4. Possible home run to center field. Mullenix's home run rating against the lefty is a 0. So there's not going to be a home run. And that is just going to be a fly out. That's just going to be a fly out to center. It was at the ballpark, not a range play at the ballpark. So it's a fly out to center. Hit very deep, but not deep enough as Maddox makes the catch. 2 down. And now Bobby Bonds with 2 outs. McGraw, 6-4 against the righty. That is a double star. And that's going to be a ground out to second. Nothing for the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-1 Halos. Leading off for the Phils is Michael Jack Schmidt. Bottom of the 9th inning, Frank Tanana. Let's see, is he tired yet? 31. Not yet. They're going to let Tanana pitch, but the Angel bullpen is ready to go. Tanana will pitch to Schmidt. Looking for the complete game. That's a 1-5. That's a range play. Schmidt, 2-4. Fly ball center field. That ball's hit the Flores. His range is a 3. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does easily. 1 out. Great play by Gil Flores in center field. And now Greg Luzinski. Tanana, 4-4. Strikeout chance, 18 too high. Luzinski does get to swing. 4-3. Single past third. Base hit. And the tying run coming to the plate. The batter is Richie Hebner. And Tanana is now tired. And they're going to take him out as he has done the job. They do not want any blanks to become walks or singles. So they will bring in a new pitcher. And against Hebner, let's see who the Angels want to bring in. The bullpen is weak, though. But they're going to go to their closer. And that's going to be Dave LaRoche. 8-7, 17 saves, 3.51 ERA. Dave LaRoche will come in for the Angels to try to shut the door. But there is a man on first with 1 out. The infield is halfway. I will roll Strat, but only for pickoff. 3, nothing happening. Luzinski on it first. Hebner at the plate. Pitch from LaRoche. That's a 2-2. Strikeout chance, 22 high. Hebner swings. 5-6. Ground ball to first base. His double play rating is a 3. Nothing from LaRoche. +1. Halfway is a 4. It's hit to first. It is hit to first base, so the shortstop is the pivot man for California, which is Mullenix. He has no rating. A 1-4, this game is over. It is a 6, it is not. Luzinski somehow beats it. It was a slow rolling grounder, and the only play was to get Hebner. But there are 2 outs. Whoa. And now the batter is Bake McBride. McBride will bat against LaRoche. McBride batted .316 and 77, but now there are 2 outs. The infield is normal. Dave LaRoche, I'll roll Strat. It is an 11, nothing happening. Luzinski on its second. Bake McBride, the batter, tying run. 3-1 Halos. Pitch from LaRoche. That's a 1-6. A possible error on a grounder. McBride, 3-6. That's a ground ball back to LaRoche, but he has no error rating. LaRoche is going to have it. He takes it, throws to first. The California Angels upset the Philadelphia Phillies 3-1. That is your game. Stadium groans. Ugh. That is your ball game. as Frank Tanana outduels Steve Carlton. And he pitched a gem. California, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Philadelphia, 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Tanana gets the win. Carlton the loss, and LaRoche does get the save. And the California Angels will move on. And with that win, they will take on the winner between the winner of the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game, a little later being played in a few days. So California will take on either Cincinnati or Pittsburgh in that matchup. The Philadelphia Phillies, the number 2 team in the tournament, 101 wins, 61 losses, are out. They are 1 and gone. The California Angels move on. Another American League team beats a National League team at the National League ballpark. How about that, people? What a great win for the Angels. They'll savor this one, and they'll get ready to see who they play between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. My next 1 and gone telecast will be game number 15, and that is the Chicago Cubs taking on the New York Yankees. We get to see the Yankees finally. Cubs-Yankees will be the next 1 and gone. That will be tomorrow, and I hope you'll join me for that. I'm going to try to get some History Maker golf in later today, probably mid-afternoon. The front 9 of the Junk Canoe Invitational for History Maker golf as we get that tournament underway for the final round. And tonight, Seattle Mariners against the California Angels in Payoff Pitch 85. Forever Main 90s Steeler fan 1933, thank you for joining me here at the Vet. It was a pleasure to have you guys. I do apologize for everything for last night because of the power outages, but thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you guys later. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Angels eliminate the Phillies 3-1. Have a good day, everyone. See you guys a little later.